Hey guys, it's Meg. What's up? What's poppin'? Welcome to the season 12 finale. Some of us scroll through social media and see the phrase lucky girl syndrome. But what is it, and is it actually beneficial or toxic to us? So before I tell you about the sources I used, some say that this is a form of positive thinking and manifestation, which we actually did podcast episodes on these topics in the past. So the season 6 finale, so that's season 6, episode 13, was on manifestation. And then the season 11 finale, so episode 13 of season 11, was on law of attraction, which both of those seem to be what Lucky Girl is all about. So the first source I have is the harpersbazaar.com, and it is what is Lucky Girl syndrome and does it actually work? And it was originally posted January 2nd of 2024. So for those of you who don't know, what even is Lucky Girl syndrome? It is the concept of it all, a general little spark note addition, if you would, is if you repeatedly tell the universe how fortunate you are, you will eventually start to be fortunate. Now, there's controversy with everything going on, kind of like the clean girl aesthetic. We did a whole podcast episode on that. Do you think I wrote that down? No. But Editing Meg. Hey, what's up? It's Editing Meg. So, 156 episodes later, and I apparently don't know what I talk about on this podcast because there is no clean girl aesthetic episode. I think I was thinking of the That Girl trend episode, which was from season 4, episode 11. Thank you for that. We'll start with the positives and then we'll hit the negatives after. So some say that this concept, idea of Lucky Girl, can be an empowering practice to accomplish your dreams by repeating daily affirmations. Now, the negative side of this, what do we want to call it? I don't want to call it a trend, even though I feel like it kind of is a trend. Idea? Concept. So we'll just call it, for the sake of this episode, we're going to just keep referring to it as a concept. So some say this concept is a non-inclusive, toxic social media trend ruled by rich, privileged people. Take what you will. Is this positive or is this negative? That's what this whole podcast episode is about trying to figure out. And will we figure it out? Probably not. But what else does it say? Yeah, it says that this trend is manifesting, focusing on luck. And I don't know about you guys, we're going to skirt a little bit, but not really a skirt because it does actually go with this episode. But there's this sound on TikTok that every time there's a new moon or a full moon, I always hear the same thing. And I'm going to try to quote it right. I don't know who says it, so maybe we'll have Editing May come in to see who the voice belongs to. But it's always, everything is always working out for me at any point in given time. So who says that? So I think I said the sound wrong, and I think it's actually, things are always working out for me no matter how it looks at any point in time. Same concept, same idea. I also can't find exactly who said it, but I think the sound might have come from Abraham Hicks, who are a husband and wife motivational speaker duo. Thank you, Editing Meg. But yeah, apparently a little sciencey, but just remember, this is the Hey Guys, It's Meg podcast. So even though we're about to get a little sciencey, it's the Hey Guys, It's Meg science version. Apparently, our brains are naturally gravitated towards negativity. So anything that challenges this can be beneficial. But also, another negative thing behind this concept is that people say it ignores the fact that life is not fair. It ignores some people are more privileged than others. It doesn't allow for negative emotions or feelings, which are part of life. And it can be considered toxic positivity. That is a weird statement. We're going to just skirt to talk about toxic positivity. Because when you think of positivity, you think of good things. You think of happy things, you think of positiveness. And then toxic, that's bad for you. It's bad for maybe the environment. It's just overall not a good thing to have. So it's putting the two things together kind of doesn't make sense. Toxic positivity, how can you have too much of something good? But I kind of get it, you know what I mean? This article is saying instead of lucky girl syndrome, you should consider WOOP, the WOOP strategy. WOOP. I just want to sing that song though. WOOP, there it is. Anyways, this strategy apparently has 20 years of scientific evidence. And you may be wondering, what is WOOP? It's just so fun to say. It stands for Wish, Outcome, Obstacle, Plan. So they say German academic Gabriele Attingen? I'm so sorry, I'm definitely butchering their name. But they studied positive thinking and discovered, you ready for this? We get better results if we anticipate what might go wrong. We're taking a pause right here. I wouldn't consider myself a pessimistic person, but I very much will go to the negative first. I will always think of what could go wrong. In my whole entire life, I've been told, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. That's kind of bad. Maybe don't always think of what could go wrong. What if you think of what could go right? And this right here just proves that I was doing something good. We get more positive results if we anticipate what might go wrong. So for all my fellow people who think of what could go wrong and you're told, oh, why are you having anxiety when they're not? You're not. You're bettering your results. Take that, people. They were saying that this strategy encourages you to dream big, think about what you want, what the outcome of that would be, but think about what might get in the way, and then plan accordingly. I don't hate it. I don't hate that strategy. But do you think I stopped there? No, I found a whole nother source. Yeah, just one more. And this source comes from health.clevelandclinic.org. I know, we're getting real sciencey this finale. Finale. Yeah. Why am I questioning myself? Anyways, this article is called Lucky Girl Syndrome Isn't the Antidote to Bad Luck, but it can help challenge negative thinking. And this goes all the way back to March 17th of 2023. Now, this article was saying a lot of what the previous article was saying. So I didn't take a bunch of information. I didn't want to repeat myself. But they said this, luck isn't a new idea. There has been sayings in the past like the quote-unquote luck of the Irish. There have been people who pick up 4-leaf clovers to bring on good luck. And then there's so many rituals of people helping sports teams to quote-unquote win, like wearing a certain color or socks. And they were saying that Lucky Girl Syndrome is a way to utilize positive thinking. So they actually gave 4 ways that we can use positive thinking to benefit us mentally. The first one, it says, use positive affirmations or mantras. An example, wake up and tell yourself that you are lucky. Then throughout the day, our brains will look for examples of fortunate things. And then some positive affirmations they gave to say is, and I quote, the first one, I am in the right place at the right time. The second one, the best things happen to me. The third one, I'm so lucky, things just work out for me. The fourth one, the universe is conspiring to give me good things. And the last one, which I actually really like, is I always know the right next steps. This gets me thinking, so you know how we have Deep or Dumb every podcast episode? I have some affirmation cards. And I think next season, it would be so fun and cute if we started every podcast episode off with a little affirmation, and then that can be our affirmation for the week. So we might include that. I'm also debating if I should keep Deep or Dumb next season. Is Deep or Dumb deep or is it dumb? Maybe we'll do a poll on that on Instagram too. The second way we can utilize positive thinking, it says number 2, visualize what you want. This could be through journaling, mood boards, which we did a whole podcast episode on mood boards / vision boards, which was from season 11, episode 2. Number 3, pretty basic, but I feel like this is something a lot of us don't actually do. We just say we're going to do it, and it is be around people who uplift you. And number 4, enjoy sentimental rituals. And they meant embrace it. Embrace wearing your lucky socks. Maybe you carry a lucky penny. It's basically saying all your superstitions, believe in them, because this reinforces our belief in our own luck. I say this almost every podcast season. I feel like that I am not a superstitious person, but maybe I am a little superstitious. but I actually have a lucky guitar pick that I keep in my phone case ever since I was in like middle school. I want to say my dad randomly gave me this green guitar pick and said, hey, this is your lucky guitar pick. And I always keep it in the back of my phone case. And one time in high school, I took it out of the back of my phone case because I'm like, this is stupid. This guitar pick's not lucky. And I had the worst week of my life. And the minute I put that guitar pick back in my phone case, everything went back to normal. So I am superstitious. And that is my lucky guitar pick, and I will always keep it on me. And that is all I have for Lucky Girl Syndrome. So that's going to lead us into this week's episode of Deep or Dumb. Cue the music here. Welcome to Deep or Dumb, the thought spiral we're all about to go on. Pretty self-explanatory. Is Lucky Girl Syndrome deep or dumb? I think, as a general concept, it could be considered deep because it's training our brains to not look at the negativity. It's training our brains to enjoy the little moments in life, to look for the positive things in a world that is full of negative things. But I also can see how toxic this mentality can be because, like I said in this article we were looking at, life isn't fair. Some people get their life handed to them on a golden platter. Other people, their golden platters from the dollar store and it chips. So I can see the negative side of this trend. It's kind of like social media and the like button. The like button was invented to be this good thing. It was invented to be a way to like make people happy and uplift them and be like, yeah, I like what you're doing, keep it up. But as a society, we took it and we changed it into, oh, well, I'm not getting enough likes. Oh, well, this person didn't like my post, so they must not like me. We made it into a negative thing, and I think that goes very similar to this trend. I think this trend in concept started off as trying to be this positive thing, where it's like, yeah, we're just trying to get people to see the positive in life, to be more optimistic, to find their own luck, to embrace life, to actually live life instead of just existing in it. And I feel like as a society, we started being like, well, life isn't fair. This person's privileged. This is that. And I feel like that's with every trend out there. We always will find the good and we'll always find the bad. And did I answer myself, this is deep or dumb? I don't know. I'm on the fence. Like, I want to say it's deep, but I can see the dumb aspect of it. But let me know what you think. There will be a poll up on Instagram. So the next time you're scrolling on social media and you see this Lucky Girl Syndrome, maybe try it out. Maybe it will help adjust the way we think about the world, but also remember that sometimes trends are faked. Life isn't always fair, but we can make the best out of it, no matter what. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Hey Guys, It's Meg. You can follow Hey Guys, It's Meg _podcast on Instagram for updates and good times. I can't believe we're already at the season finale. I just want to take a minute to thank every single one of you who has listened to the podcast, liked the podcast, disliked the podcast, left 30 seconds into the podcast, whatever you did. I appreciate you all because you're looking at my art. You're letting me be a creative person. But as always, we will be taking our little month break. So we will be back, which is kind of crazy that this Monday fell on it. We're going to be back September 1st of 2025 at 9 a.m. wherever you can find podcasts. We are on so many different things. We actually just got put onto YouTube. So maybe I'll make YouTube videos in the month of August. I keep telling myself to do it. I'm like, you need to start posting more content. And it was really weird, but I've had like 8 different people within the past 2 weeks all tell me I need to start a YouTube channel. Is that a sign? Is that the universe telling me I need to do it? I don't know. Am I letting the imposter syndrome win? Absolutely. But I guess we'll see. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace out, Girl Scouts.